Hello guys, how you all doing? I hope you all are enjoying the weekend. Premier League is back since last week, and then we are all busy with all this. And yeah, after last week's draw at Arsenal, we are facing another tough challenge up against Liverpool. And for that very reason, I have my very good friend. You all would not have seen him because he's not he doesn't stream much, but he's one of my friends actually. I just met up with him last week for over dinner, and then I was like, oh, Liverpool and Spurs playing next week, bro. So you wanna join me on stream? And he was like, yeah, sure. Once he put his kid to sleep, and then he had to ask his wife today if he can come on the stream. So yeah, he's there. Welcome Zalor. How are you doing, Zalor?
Hello, I'm good. I'm great. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Feeling kind of nervous, of course. Facing Liverpool is always not an easy task. So but I don't know. How about you? How are you feeling? I guess or facing Spurs.
Well, I guess we have been looking at the revival of Liverpool in recent times. Like they say, it's like a Liverpool 2.0, the Liverpool Reloaded. So, but I think, very honest, I think it's still too early to say that way. We haven't reload our defense yet. Our defense are still quite shaky. I mean, everyone knows our defense is shaky. Yeah, it always
Yeah.
depends on our attackers to build up the defense. So to put it into a context, right, it's easy for people to actually exploit the defense. But how well people can actually exploit the midfield and the attacks, I mean the front three and also the our midfield three, that's an entirely different case. But the defense is entirely different case for Liverpool. Yeah.
Do you think that over the years your defense has kind of like regressed, or do you think that now it's just a kind of like time where you just need a bit of freshening up of things where because your defense hasn't had much changes over the past few years, so now that style of defending is becoming kind of like predictable. Whereas you see in Premier League, a lot of teams change their tactics, change their personnel over time, and then that kind of poses a bit of a challenge for the attackers to figure out like where the defender would come and all that. So do you think over the years Liverpool defense has become too predictable?
Not really. Okay, to put it into easier way to look at it, right? Now, we are not we most people, right, are actually looking at position as in position. Means that if you are center back, you do the job of a center back. If you are full back, you do a job of full back. Unfortunately, that this is not the way we are looking at footballs anymore. We are actually looking into what each player's role is in particular match. For example, everyone is like shooting TAA, Trent Alexander-Arnold, about his defense. He's always been criticized about his defense. But if you look into a context of how Klopp has always been playing TAA, Trent Alexander-Arnold, you'll notice that he don't perform the normal duties or the classic duties of a fullback in defending. His job is to go on and to assist, to provide the passes that's necessary to unlock the defense of the opponents. So if you are looking into the roles of Liverpool defense, it's very obvious. It's very obvious. The first defense is always the attackers. They are always putting a front foot in the defense when they lose their what's it called, their possession. They will start the defense from the above. So now what happened is that why our defense is always tall, are always very tall, because they need to sweep out any single long balls. The only way the opponents can actually comes to blast off our defense is actually really through long balls, which is why you can see, like teams that are sitting very deep, they always goes for long balls against Liverpool. Now, I think Antonio Conte, your previous manager, had actually did a very very good job in exploiting this part of the weakness of Liverpool. I think he did a fantastic job doing it. Unfortunately, I think it's also how he actually put the team and built the team, or the strategy, or so it does not allow you guys to score that much. But he has always been able to exploit this particular weakness, because you guys always sit deep, defense, long ball, and I love Son, he always did his job against Liverpool.
Yeah, he always does his job. I mean, this is going to be a bit of a challenge now because over the last few years, we never really had we had Jose, we had Conte, and we had Nuno. But I think if I'm not mistaken, Nuno never played against you guys. Sorry, so he
No,
has to be taken out of that.
he was sacked
Yeah, so it
before.
will
Yeah,
be Jose and it will be Conte because they were all the kind of managers who would play the long balls, try to play that very counter-attacking style of football. And yeah, I mean this time things are a little different because you're playing a manager who plays like very similar style of not to say similar style of football, but he plays attacking football. He doesn't sit way
yes,
too deep behind to exploit things and all that. And we don't have like some of the players who used to play the long balls, like likes of Eric Dyer is not there anymore. Harry Winks is not there anymore. Who were the players who would do well against Liverpool when they were not doing well? I mean, of course, last year Eric Dyer was one of those players who costed us one of the goals when he made that mistake against Mo Salah. But over the years,
yep.
we know that the long ball players have always been proven better for us. By the way, big up to Eugene as well. He's joining us. I think he's going to. Are you going to the Mamak to watch the game, bro?
Yeah, on
Oh,
my way now, driving there, taking a slow, nice drive to the Mama, right? Plus it's somewhere in PJ, section 14, right?
I see.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yep, yep. So, what I was saying, by the way, Eugene, what are your thoughts going into this game? Are you like excited? Are you nervous? What after the Arsenal draw and all that? Give us some positivity or negativity.
Now, guys, to tell the truth, right, what I see now is that we're in the early phases of Ange Ball, right? Because I'm also taking the page out of, I've been wondering why we don't play out that well in the first 10, 20 to 30 minutes. So I guess because we're in the early phases of Ange Ball at the moment now, taking a page from Stel, right, from Tottenham away, after he's seen the coaching and all that, now that we are aligned, right, from the youth to the first team, that's the way how we play. I guess at the moment now, the way I feel is that when we start, this is my fear, right? It will take us about 10, 20 to 30 minutes, right, to suss out what Liverpool is doing. Because I think now Ange has taught our players to use their brains, right, and their skills to adapt to the game. So it's that 10, 20, 30 minutes that's which I'm fearful of at the moment is because during that period of time, while we are sussing Liverpool out, right, it's either we defend well enough and get to play our game after the 30 minutes. If not, we're going to get, you know, we're going to concede, basically, right? And how many goals we're going to concede in during that period is going to be very important too, right? Because we've seen it that we've been conceding quite early. We've conceded early against Brentford, and even considered early. I mean, not that early, but we did concede first against Arsenal and all that. But we came
Yep.
back after that. So
No,
this is
there was
why I
another
fear.
game we conceded quite an early goal. I remember there was one more game,
Yeah,
Eugene. I remember we
there's
conceded
one more
quite an
thing I
early
didn't
goal.
consider for early too. So what I see now is that if we can minimize the goals conceded to one, right, then it will give us a good chance to at least win. If we concede two in that first half an hour, then I see most probably we'll draw. But if we concede three, then that will be a Herculean task for us to actually try to grab a win, right? But maybe hopefully a draw. But Liverpool has been our bogey team for so many years, right? So at this moment in time, I'm not that optimistic. I have this lingering fear behind my mind that our defense is still raw, right? Even though they've been performing well, right? They haven't actually been really tested by a real good attacking front three or a force. You know, I even put
And
Arsenal
I
to the
think
sense
today
that
is the day, right?
they were misfiring against us. You know, they were misfiring
Yeah.
against us. So today's the day is going to be the big test for our defense, and I really hope that VDV and Romero keep their heads together. Right? If not, you know, if Romero loses his head, we all know we've seen what happens after that. So, guys, not to say not to be optimistic, but I'm still a bit cautious, really, really cautious about this game.
okay.
Yeah.
I do
I
explain.
completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Yep, you chip in,
Uh,
Chze Lor.
yeah, I'll go chime in. Okay. Now speaking of for Liverpool side, right? If let's say you've been following Liverpool, what's it called? All their matches, all their previous matches, you realize they always go 1-0 down first. They always allow their opponent to score first for unknown reasons. And the only time we really wondering like why we didn't win was against Chelsea. Literally. Okay, we really don't understand why we don't win against Chelsea. Looking at how actually we did all the comeback, especially against the Newcastle game. So now, like what Eugene was saying just now, like he was like saying like, okay, Tottenham, hopefully they don't concede first. Now, the fact is that right, a lot of the Liverpool fans actually believe Liverpool themselves will concede. We will concede a goal first before we actually try to make a comeback again. So if ever we lose this match, I think it means that we are not able to come back this time. That's how I see it. Now, for the fact that it's very like sort of like a deja vu. Like Eugene was pointing out just now. Like, okay, what if like in the meantime of the 30 minutes we Spurs concede 3 goals. I remember last season, the final match between Tottenham and also Liverpool at Anfield there. Liverpool versus Tottenham at Anfield. You guys conceded 3 goals. Okay, you guys fought all the way until 90th minute, 3-3, and yeah, only some crazy Diego Jota goal caused you all to lose 4-3. That was a crazy match.
Yeah, that was really crazy. But you guys got really lucky with some of the fouls not given, and I think that time was, you guys were really lucky. By the way, you all didn't deserve that win. I think even the Liverpool fans know that game you all got away with a dodgy ref decision.
Okay, I'll be very honest. I really cannot remember.
No, that's what I'm saying, right? Playing against Liverpool is some kind like a hoodoo against us. You know what I'm saying? So the decisions will go against us. Our players will make stupid mistakes, right? But that was the old Tottenham, right? Making the stupid mistakes, while we're having Eric Dyer and Lucas Moura, losing the ball and all that kind of nonsense happening and giving you guys the chance, right? We've seen that happening early in our games here too, right? Even during the Arsenal game when Maddison lost the ball to Jesus in our penalty box. Just outside our penalty box. But Jesus didn't have the calmness to actually score. So that we got away with that. But what I'm seeing now is that the Liverpool firepower, right, is at a totally different level from the Arsenal firepower that they have. So, and I even said it yesterday in with Harry on the view from the south stand, right? If we had Harry Kane, right, against Arsenal, right, we would have won that game. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is that, yes, we didn't have Harry Kane. Son scored 2 goals. We drew. But today we are home, right? The expectations of the home fans, right, at the moment, tell you the truth, is quite high for us to beat Liverpool, right? Because we haven't beaten you guys in like 21 games or something like. The last time we beat you was like 4-1 when it was in Wembley, and that was when Klopp was having when he just took over and having his wobbles and all that, right? But until now, every game we come up against Liverpool, somehow or another, it's like we fall asleep or we're sleepwalking throughout the game, right? Even though when we go down, we fight back, right? But somehow or another, there's that lapse of concentration. And guys, don't forget, this season, right, the games are no more straightforward 90-minute games or 92 or 93-minute games. The games are prolonged until 100 minutes, 115 minutes, right? So it'll take a lot, but there's one factor there is that Liverpool had to play in midweek. We didn't. So to tell the truth, I'm 50-50 at this moment. If you want to score prediction from me, I'll say it'll be a draw 2-2 again, right? That's what I see. If we get a draw, I'll be happy, right? If we lose, I wouldn't be too surprised. If we win, I'll be like, whoa, right? Maybe we are going somewhere. But at the moment, like I say, our defense, right, hasn't been really tested by a really good attacking force. So, Liverpool, you guys, today, it's going to be the Salah and Udogie battle, right, on one side. and the other side is going to be either Diaz and the Poro battle. So I don't know. Let's see what happens with the outcome of those things. If Udoji puts Salah in his place, right? But Udoji is quite lucky, to tell the truth, right, to be on the pitch against Arsenal, because he could have easily gotten a second yellow card. But like today, we are playing Liverpool, right? You know, things might not turn out right for us. You know, the referee might make 2 yellow card decisions and one of our players gets sent off. That is my biggest fear at the moment. We've got players like Romero being capable of being sent off. Udoji had to make the challenges that being sent off. Even Bissouma, when he descends, right? Nowadays even descent is a stupid crime that you get a yellow card for. So that's what I hope Ange will actually drill into them. Keep your discipline, right? Keep your head on your shoulders, right? And use your brains while you're playing the game. That's what I really hope.
Yeah, but I think, I kind of feel that the momentum is going to be slightly different from the North London derby. When it's North London derby, the players go all out, and I think that's like when things go really crazy. That emotion and the drama that's involved in that game. But I feel that the Liverpool Spurs game past few years have been kind of like calm games, and they usually come to be seem to be the kind of moment when we need to calm things down a bit. I personally feel that Salah kind of always go kind of quiet against Spurs for some reason. I don't know if Zero agrees with me or not. But how many goals has Salah actually scored? Sorry?
I actually totally agree with you. But we have to look at it because at the end, right, if you're actually looking at how Salah is playing right now, he plays a different role in Liverpool right now. He's still our favorite attacker. He's still a threat. But you will see that the numbers of goals that he is scoring is lesser, but the amount of assists he's giving up is much higher. So if let's say you are asking me whether who is a threat for Spurs, I would say it will be Darwin Núñez. I'm rooting for him.
You got that too.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him to have 25 goals, at least 25 goals this season. I mean, ever since last season, I have always had faith in him. I think last season was really like
Darwin Núñez or
Darwin Núñez.
But guys, Darwin Núñez, right, to tell the truth, right, he hasn't even actually started the game at the moment, right? He's been coming on as more like a super sub all the time.
He has been starting already. He has been starting right? Matches. Yeah, he's been starting, but he's not a regular starter. Yes, but of course, to tell the truth, right, I've got this big conspiracy theory too, right? Ange is a Liverpool fan, bro.
Is he?
Oh, think about that. Yeah, Ange is a Liverpool fan. He's admitted it. He's a Liverpool fan, right?
Okay.
Oh, I never knew that, by the way.
Ange is a Liverpool fan. Just keep that in mind, guys. But to tell the truth, right, he did say that, of course, that is his job. He has to perform for Spurs, right, to get the Spurs player to play at the standard that he needs them to be, right? So let's see at the moment, are we actually at the standard that he needs them to be, right? But to tell the truth, we know, right, maybe our first 11 will give Liverpool a good fight, okay? But imagine if once we take off Maddison or Son,
but
right?
I don't think that plays a...
We become toothless.
I think Christian is sort of a bit disconnected. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Christian, you.
Yeah, I was disconnected a little bit. I was saying that I think that kind of doesn't play the part. Like, I mean, but yeah, it's an interesting fact as well that Ange is a Liverpool fan. I don't know how would that work out there. I don't see it. I don't see it as like a big threat in anybody's favor or anybody's disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting fact per se. I will say. I would think. The other thing that I was actually going to ask, Darwin Núñez. I think if he plays in the middle, I have a feeling that he is he's not a bad striker but we are starting to see from him now this season. I think he has started to settle in a little bit, unlike Richarlison, because Richarlison had a similar situation last year as well. But I was having this chat the other day with Chze Lor, by the way, at IKEA, and he was telling me that somehow Richarlison always turns up against Liverpool because of that Everton-Liverpool rivalry. What do you guys think? If Richarlison starts, what against Liverpool too?
And don't forget, last season, right, the only goal that Richarlison scored, right, was against Liverpool. In win the Premier League.
Exactly.
Oh dear. I don't know. But I don't think Richarlison will
Yes.
start.
So
right?
if
think
I
Richarlison
don't know. No, I can see Richarlison starting on two grounds. If Son is injured, then definitely Richarlison
guys,
will start.
I think
If Maddison is injured, I
the
can.
lineup should be out now, right? Have a look.
Yeah. Yes, the
lineup
lineup
out.
should be out now. By the way, Man City
Yes, it's out
are
already.
2-1,
Richarlison,
2-1 down
Richarlison
against
is playing.
Wolves. By the way, guys, Man City are 2.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, haven't updated that result, but yeah, Richarlison is playing.
Is Son playing or no?
Yes, he is. Maddison too.
Richarlison is starting.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
That means Son
Darwin
isn't playing.
is playing.
Darwin Núñez is not starting. Gakpo is the starter.
See, I told you. Yeah. I keep telling you,
Gakpo
Klopp
is
is going to
the
use
starter,
Darwin Núñez, right, as the trump card, the ace in his sleeve, right? If anything happens, he's going to come on and he's going to do things. That's how I see it. But surprisingly, Richarlison is starting. Okay, so that means Son isn't starting,
Okay.
or is it Son on the left?
No, Son is
Richarlison.
starting. Maddison is starting as well. So I think the lineup isn't that bad. I was thinking that there will be a couple of injuries.
4-2-3-1.
Solomon is not starting.
Yeah,
4-2-3-1.
So Son on
and
the
we have
left,
a
Richarlison,
4-3-3.
Are we playing 4-2-3-1 or
Son
the 4-3-3 again?
4-2-3-1. So it's
Oh.
Son on the left and Kulusevski on right. Maddison in the middle. Richarlison up front.
Okay, that's interesting. Right, so he's tweaked the things there a bit.
So he
But the
has
rest
tweaked
of the
things there a
defense,
bit. So defenders same midfield same. Vicario in goal, Porro, Romero, Mickey Van de Ven, Destiny Udoji, Pape Matasar in midfield with Ace Bissouma. Then you have Maddison up front. Bench is Oliver Skip, Højbjerg. Eric Dyer is not on the bench again. Emerson, Foster, Manor Solomon, Ben Davies, Ashley Phillips, Valise, and Jamie Donnelly. So he has two strikers, three forward line players, two defenders, two midfielders, and one goalkeeper. So I think that's a pretty okay bench as well. The bench doesn't look too bad, I would say. Whereas for Liverpool's side, Trent is not starting. That's a surprise. Gomez is starting on the right, Matip and Van Dijk in the middle.
Trent is coming back from
Robertson on the
injuries.
left, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Jones in the middle.
Oh, you got McAllister is back.
So
Okay.
I guess Son can exploit Gomez a bit. Richarlison is
But
back.
come on,
Son can maybe exploit Gomez a bit, but I'm pretty interesting to see that. Sorry, Eugene.
No, I said
You're saying something?
Gomez isn't playing too
You're saying
bad this
something?
season too, you guys. That's what I'm saying. Right? Gomez on the right. If I'm not mistaken, right? Gomez is
I
on the
think-
right, Son on the left, right? Gomez isn't too bad this season. That's the thing. Gomez can't play centre back. That's
Yeah,
all.
so
Absolutely.
I
Right?
think that
Maybe at the right back he's performing quite well.
He was doing very
Let's see how that goes.
He was doing very well against. Yeah. Okay, I can actually.
Yeah, I think
Do
the
you guys
interesting
want
battle
me
is
to
gonna
share?
be Van Dijk. Yes, you can share. Actually, I can share the lineup as well. It's on my side as well. Let me share it because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put it up on the screen.
Yeah, let me share it. Share. Yep, let me share the lineup. Chrome tabs, boost. Okay, share. Okay, so we have. Let me just take this Sun and Maddison off the screen. Okay, so we can see this lineup as okay, Liverpool side, Alisson in the goal, Gomez there, Matip, Van Dijk, and Robertson. Then we have Jones, McAllister, and Szoboszlai. Okay, by the way, Szoboszlai's role, do you think that he's playing more of a holding mid or he's playing as a creative mid? What do you think, Zolong?
Okay, if I were to put it into a role basis, he is everything. Now, if you look at all the midfielders right now, all the midfielders, yeah, you look at it as a whole, all of them except for Harvey Elliott, all of them are a multi-role. Means that they are number 6, they are number 8, and also they are number 10. None of them have really defined. Even our newly signed Wataru Endo, okay, you'll notice he's supposedly to play as our number 6. But at the same time, you will also see him doing the job of a number 8. So obviously, he's not as creative as other players, but you
I
will
see.
notice that he's actually doing it as our 6 and 8. Okay, so now if you look at Jones, if you look at Szoboszlai, you'll be noticing this is what they have been doing consistently for the past all the matches they have been playing. They'll be sitting as number 6, suddenly become number 8, and then suddenly become number 10. More so for Szoboszlai. More so for Szoboszlai. So it's like a role
I
that
see.
Klopp want the midfield to do. Klopp want how the midfield to work that way. So they are playing multi roles. That's why when we sign Gravenberch, you will see that from what I remember, right, Gravenberch himself is supposedly to be a number 6 in Ajax. Then I realized he's actually playing much further front. Then only after that I realized, okay, he's actually a multi role. Every one of the midfielders are multi roles. So if they don't play a role as a multi role, there goes the whole Liverpool team. That is basically how Liverpool function. Yeah. So you can say that like how it was being set up. He is a little bit more front than McAllister currently, because we do not have what is it called, a proper number 6. So McAllister is taking our number 6 roles, the defensive midfielders role, our supposedly quarterback roles. Okay, so he's positioned slightly further. So you see him doing more creative work compared to McAllister. But McAllister himself is also doing creative work. It's just lesser. So Szoboszlai, the reason why you see him doing so much creative work is because of where he's being positioned. That's all it. But at the end of the day, if let's say you look at the whole Wolves match, right? If you remember correctly, the Wolves match against Liverpool, we took out McAllister because he wasn't really performing due to jet lags or being tired after all the international duty or that. So we took him out. So both Jones and Szoboszlai actually sit on the 6. They sit on the 6. So they also play the creative role from deep of our field. That way. Yep. Does that answer your question?
Actually, I had another question as well. I think do you think Jones does more of your defensive work in terms of when need to retreat back and all that, or do you think it's McAllister?
Okay. Now, if
as
you
a, as a
actually
midfielder,
subscribe
who
to
does most of your defensive work?
Okay, if you actually subscribe to Tifo, the YouTube channel Tifo, okay, I think they came out with a new video, I think not so long ago, maybe today or yesterday. So they were talking about who was the greatest player that actually helps Liverpool to function during this Liverpool 2.0 or Liverpool Reloaded. And the answer is Curtis Jones.
Oh,
okay,
that's surprising.
Yeah, the answer is Curtis Jones. It's not Dominik Szoboszlai, it's not McAllister, it's not Darwin Núñez. Okay, it's Curtis Jones. Now, it's kind of a surprise for everyone because for Liverpool fans, right, for past few seasons before, I think before last season, a lot of us was like wondering like what happened to Curtis Jones. He had a very, very good debut. He has, he was like flying. He was like, the boy who comes out from our academy. We wanted him to succeed. Okay, but he just went missing for past few seasons. Okay, I think mainly due to injuries. So last season when he managed to stamp his place at the end of the seasons, when he managed to stamp his place, right, Klopp said a very, very interesting words. Okay, the golden ticket into the team, into the first 11, is pressure. Okay, is pressing. That is the golden ticket. Yeah, the first 11. Pressure and pressing means, okay, to put it into where is pressing. Okay, so Klopp's way of playing football is all pressing. Means that the moment you lose the ball, you chase after the ball. The moment you lose the ball, you go after your opponent, bite them like chase them and bite them like a dog. That's how Klopp's in a crude way on how Klopp's actually want the player to function. Okay, so now what happened is that right? You look at how Curtis Jones is playing right now. The first very reason why he's always in the starting 11 right now is because of the pressing he's doing. Okay, this season, right, club has actually experimented Jones in multi roles. Okay, it's the multi roles of multi roles. Okay, he had put him at the center of the midfield, means being our number 6. And the previous match against Leicester during I think in Malaysia is Thursday, Thursday morning.
Yep.
Klopp actually put him as a right back. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. He rested Gomez, but he put Jones as a right back. Okay, so now what actually it tells you is that, right, there is actually a very, very good trust of Klopp, right, on Jones, meaning that Jones has been consistently performing his pressing duties very, very well in his current role as the left-sided midfielders, and also Klopp is actually obviously trying to teach him, how the whole field is functioning. Okay, how the whole field is functioning, so he can perform even more multi roles in it. And again, remember, right, the first thing is that he has to press. He has to press. Okay, and the golden ticket to comes into Liverpool is always missing. Okay, so now for Curtis Jones, right, to like, when your question just now is like, is it Curtis Jones performing a more defensive duty than McAllister? Put it this way, Jones is further front than McAllister because we are always attacking, so you will always see Jones performing more defensive duty. But at the end of the day, with the number 6, right, the number 6 means McAllister, our supposedly defensive midfielder. His job is always to sweep whatever that's not that comes lah. Whatever that comes, he's a sweeper. He's supposedly, to cover up the whole defense before the defense need to do any other things. So obviously, by right, if you see it that way, Jones stats, right, defensive stats compared to everyone else, right, is much higher because you see him appears in the whole field. So there are some Liverpool fans who is saying, right, among the three, they most likely will take out Jones and substitute it with maybe, like, if let's say you have a better midfielders, maybe perhaps Jude Bellingham. Okay, but I don't see it that way. I really don't see it that way. I think there's a higher chance for McAllister to be sub. I mean, to be what is it called, exchange with other players rather than Jones, because you can see it this way. Jones know the system very well. He has spent all his. Klopp has also said, like during his injury periods, he had spent his time watching the match of Liverpool's, and he already be able to read the game. Means, like, according to Klopp style, according to Klopp tactics, he knew where the weakness is. He knew where to cover. He knew where to run, and he knew where exactly the ball will be, wherever the transition is happening. So that's why he's a very important what is it called? He's a very, very important screw right now in the whole system.
Okay.
Do you think Jones?
I need to make a move. Right? I reached my destination. Nice meeting you. Alias, take care, right? I'm at the Mamak store now. Maybe later. I'm trying to get a seat first and all that. I'll catch up with you later, bro. Right, take care.
See you, man.
See you.
Yep.
Right. See you.
Bye. Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
I was
the
actually going to
question?
ask you this question. Do you think that currently Curtis Jones is playing a similar role to what Bissouma used to play in the Brighton midfield at that time? I remember he was like sometimes a bit of a creative player. He can play at the sides as well, and he can defend in the middle as well. You can actually ask Bissouma to man mark a certain striker, and then he would do that as well. Do you think that Klopp is using Curtis Jones in that sort of a position right now? Because Bissouma, right now Bissouma is beginning to become that sort of a player for Spurs lately as well. Like, I think if Spurs midfield has been transformed recently, I don't think particularly it's because of Maddison. I think it's Bissouma who has been doing quite a lot of dribbling. He is very good on the ball. He is very good under pressure. And yeah, he has been one of the key players, I think, for us this season.
Okay. Very honest, I really don't know how Bissouma actually played. Okay, because I didn't really take note of other players other than Liverpool players and also Manchester United players. I didn't really like look into other players. Okay, so I really do not know how Bissouma play, but how I will see like Klopp ways of looking at Jones is that, right, basically he is the multifunctional of the multifunctional player in Liverpool. So for Liverpool, right, most likely, if let's say for Liverpool fans, if I would say that most likely Klopp is trying to transform him into another James Miller, utility player. Yeah, means that, you know, in any circumstances, if it's necessary, he'll slot into somewhere. And it seems that he is easily able to do so. Okay, to do a comparison, right, between in what I say right now, you look at Curtis Jones and you look at Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, he was great as a centre back, okay, but in the case that, you know, if let's say we have a right back injury from TAA, from Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez will always comes to the right. Reason being is that, right, we do not have any other right backs that is maybe creative enough or stable enough to take the side of the right back right now. Okay, we just do not have that. So I think I can't really remember which match. I can't really remember which match. Maybe Joe Gomez Trent Alexander-Arnold was injured. So Joe Gomez actually took over the whole role of Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he was asked to actually slot into the quarterback position when Liverpool have the have the possession. So it became too much for Joe Gomez to do so. Okay, that's why you will notice a certain change of tactics where Andy Robertson has gone up more compared to before.
I see.
Yeah, Andy Robertson has gone up more, and Joe Gomez is the one who slot in back into the centre back position. So, so now, looking at how Jones has been playing, right? Looking at how Jones and how Klopp has been moving him around, and it seems that Jones really understands, you know, like literally all the positions, literally the whole role. So, to cut it a little bit shorter, right? How I actually view football nowadays, it's not so much about whether the players are really good. Okay, it's more towards whether the players are they able to actually perform their role in this particular tactics.
Yep.
So if the players are able to perform according to the rhythm and also the particular roles that the manager actually wanted them to do, most likely the tactics of the manager is working. If it's not, means that the tactic is not working.
Yep.
Okay, and Jones is particularly this player who knew everything. Means that as long as Jones is on the pitch, right, you know, if let's say there's any weakness, he'll be able to sniff it out and snuff it out. That is the role of Jones in the club system right now.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, and I think that's how I think a lot of teams are evolving as well in terms of playing players who can play in multiple roles, who can even like defenders nowadays. Like we see some of our defenders coming into midfield as well, and we see some of our midfielders dropping deep, sometimes creating like Bissouma, for instance. Sometimes you'll see him in the positions where center backs are supposed to be, and sometimes he's the kind of player who will play the role of a box-to-box midfielder. Sometimes he would play like very creative passes to the forwards, which would be something like a cam. But it's interesting to see how it's evolving. But actually, since you brought up that point about Curtis Jones, I was thinking about how Klopp plays. Like if he likes the pressing sort of play, I wonder if Ange kind of copies both Klopp and Pep a little bit here and there. Because Ange's tactics, he once said that he copies Pep quite a bit, but now as I'm understanding Klopp's style of play from the Liverpool point of view, I'm seeing a lot of similarities between the way Ange plays and the way Klopp plays. I don't know if you have watched Spurs play. Do you think that the style is a little bit like Klopp? I don't know, like because if it is, then it will be interesting to see today the battle between the two.
Okay, I think the most defined way of playing, right, always comes from Pep. Every other managers has sort of evolved. Even Klopp does not actually, how to say, just play pressing alone itself already. He also took from the book of Pep. So every single managers right now, that as far as you know, the what's it called, the football jargon has been actually talking about. They are always talking about positional play, and they are always talking about pressing. These two, we cannot run off from pressing and also positional play. Okay, this way is like, you know, as long as you want to be a good manager right now, or the gold standard to be a good manager right now, you must be able to get your team to press. You must be able to get your team to do positional play, so that to retain your possession. So that's as far as how, you know, like people actually start to like judge a manager. So with Ant coming in Tottenham, I believe it's the same way how your fans is actually judging the manager as well. As long as they do the pressing, make the game interesting to watch, show that Tottenham is at the front foot, the fans are happy. And as long as you keep the possession, you guys are happy. So to put it into this
Typical
way,
Tottenham
I
fan
watched
is happy. Typical Tottenham fan
yeah
is happy. I'm not just happy at keeping possession and playing attractive football. I'm gonna clarify that.
yeah okay, but there was one match of Tottenham I watched this season that was against MU. Okay, it's against MU lah. I mean, Liverpool fans have something against MU. Okay, so if we got a chance, we'll watch lah. So that was the game where I was like thinking, why on earth is like Tottenham running over a whole Manchester United midfield? Okay, I was really wondering it. But you'll notice this, you'll notice this. Okay, this is a direct playbook from what we call pressing. This is always the direct playbook from pressing. Erik ten Hag himself actually commented that he wants his team to be like the best transition team in the world. Okay, so he needed the personnels. He set up his tactics, to do the pressing.
I guess when he bought Casemiro, one of the best transitional player, that kind of said it all. Yeah.
It's true, but Casemiro has not been up to the standard lah. I mean, he's getting older lah.
He's not doing his job.
Yeah, he's not doing his job properly. So it's one of the reasons why you guys overrun the whole Manchester United midfield during that match. So now you okay. Suddenly I just lost my chain of thought. Okay, so now you just look at how Ant actually is playing up. He's definitely taking it from pressing and also positional play, both Klopp and also Pep. So Pep is the only one, as far as I see right now, right? Pep is the only one who is really original to his idea. Every other managers, right, has evolved all their tactics according to Pep. You can say like Klopp brought back the Gegen press. You can say he brought back the pressings like Gegen press into the modern football. But that's it. Is pressing. We press the people. We do the transition. We need the personals. We train our players to be super fit to do that job. But other than that, when you have possession, most people actually take it from Pep's book already. They copy everything, including Klopp.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Pep has changed quite a lot of things. I mean, the thing about Pep is the way he works different players in different systems. I think got rid of Cancelo last year. I think he was not working on it in his new system, and he evolves his system very much. Like the way he changed his tactics and all that. That's always interesting to see. I want to ask you one more thing about the Szoboszlai one particularly. Do you think that having Szoboszlai now has given you guys a little bit of the creativity in there, which you guys were lacking in the previous, or do you think that he's just one of the other midfielders? What do you think Szoboszlai offers to midfield, the Liverpool midfield and the forward line right now?
Okay. In terms of creativity, it's definite. In terms of creativity, now.
So do you think he's more creative than McAllister?
Looking at the position, yes. The way how they're actually being positioned, but again, it's just a different role they are playing right now. So we can't really really pinpoint it that way, because McAllister, he's being pulled behind. So wherever you're a deep lying playmaker, there's that much you can do lah. There's really that much you can do. Okay, but Szoboszlai is much more further in front. He definitely has to do more creative job. He definitely have to try as much as possible to open up the whole defense. Now when you ask, do we look at him like are we glad he's there? Obviously lah. I mean, sad to say this. Okay, my previous captain, Jordan Henderson, he is known to always play the balls backwards and sideways.
He was like our Højbjerg, I would say. Højbjerg used to do that, I think, in Spurs.
Yeah, I would put it this way. Henderson is our stabilizer. Henderson is always our stabilizer. He's a great captain. I love him a lot. There will not be a better captain than him after Steven Gerrard. I mean, when he took over from Steven Gerrard, he is the man. He's really, really the man. But when you talk about, in terms of like creating and like opening up the fields, opening up spaces for our forward to run in, he just do not have it. Okay. I remember our best midfield during those days, which is really, really like a super pressing unit, Henderson, Wijnaldum, and also James Miller. We have three of them. They are the super pressing unit for us. They are the super presser. They press our opponent like crazy. Okay, and in terms, it gives us a huge transition, and it helps to actually generate a lot of goals for us. But now, against deep settings team, like the lower ends team, like how you guys used to play, basically how you guys used to play under Conte. Okay, we really need players like Szoboszlai. We really, really need it.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of a cam also is becoming a bit of a trend. Like when you guys bought Szoboszlai, I was telling people that yeah, he's a great signing. He's doing he's doing wonders basically in the Liverpool in his previous team as well, and yeah, he's just an awesome player. Like I looked at his positions, I looked at the variety of play that he can play at, and I was really impressed by the signing. And I think I was chatting with one of the Liverpool YouTubers that day, that guy, and yeah, I told him that yeah, this signing would be one of your great signings, and I think it will transform you in a couple of years. But
Yep.
I guess we haven't we are starting to see that result as well. And
Yep.
I don't know now. The other question I want to ask you is like how big of an impact Cody Gakpo has been since he has joined Liverpool. Since was it yeah, last season since he has joined in. Uh, what do you make of that signing? Because he offers quite a bit as well to the Liverpool team when Salah is absent, and I think and definitely I would say that over the last few years, if somebody has had a consistent good front line attacking line, I think it's Liverpool. Like I personally still think that when we had Kane, Son, and Kulusevski, the only attacking line I think in Premier League was better than ours. When Kane, Son, Kulusevski that particular season, we were all firing. I think it was only the attacking line of Liverpool, and even until now, I think I'll say City's attacking line is not there yet. Arsenal not there yet. I think I still feel that Liverpool's attacking line is the best. Even Haaland in City's attacking line, I don't think City has a consistently good attacking line. Like consistently, their players are performing well. I don't think they're there yet. Even I would say that City and Spurs are kind of like here and there in terms of their attacking options, but Liverpool is definitely ahead in the attacking line. So I want to know a little bit about Cody Gakpo's role.
Okay. Cody Gakpo is an interesting buy actually. He's really an interesting buy. If let's say you have followed Liverpool news long enough, right? You'll notice he came in during the injury time of Luis Diaz. Okay.
Yes,
So
I remember.
it's obviously our left wings are being decimated. So we needed something to really patch it up, and I think Cody Gakpo was one of what's the word called? It's one of the option there lah, and he wanted to move to Liverpool, and he's okay to move to Liverpool, knowing all the problems that we have last season. I think even their sporting director, Ruud van Nistelrooy, ex Manchester United player, was against him moving to Liverpool, saying that he will achieve nothing. But we bought him to actually play on the left, but he nailed his place at the center of the field. It is all thanks to Firmino. Okay, I think Firmino has been mentoring him and has been coaching him a lot on things that Firmino himself used to do. Now, I've told quite a lot of people before. Of the front three, right? Mane, Salah, and also Firmino. If given an option, right, I will always keep Firmino and sell Salah and Mane. As much as Salah has been fantastic, wonderful in doing what he's doing today, right? Firmino is like the enabler for everyone. Okay, so when Cody Gakpo actually slotted into the center, he plays the Firmino role very, very well. So it means it's the enabler for both the wings to go in and become the forward himself. become the forward. So
Become
he
more
plugged himself.
clinical, I suppose.
Yeah. Clinical wise, Salah and Diaz was never known to be clinical. They will take 10 shots and score 2
Yep.
goals. The type of winners. So they are never clinicals. Okay, I think that's how Liverpool forwards has always been playing. So I think the only clinical you can say is Kane and also Haaland. Others are all crazies. Yeah, they will shoot 10 and maybe score 2, or maybe shoot 100, score 1, the type of players. But anyway, so Cody Gakpo, right, he literally like played like Firmino. He basically, Firmino is like his mentor like, in Liverpool. So he offers a different flavor from Darwin Núñez. Last season, the reason why last season he was, what's the word called? He was above Darwin Núñez when he's coming to starting. It was obviously, again, the golden ticket pressing. His pressing was much better than Darwin Núñez. He understands the instructions better. He understands the tactics better. But being a goal scorer, Darwin, that type of clinical, that type of ruthlessness in front of goal, Darwin Núñez is still above Cody Gakpo. Firmino was never known to be Was never known to be the scorer in Liverpool. He scores goals. Okay. And the only reason you can become a false nine is because you score goal. You got the ability to score goal. You also got the ability to create. But mainly, the role of Firmino in Liverpool was also to be a front presser. And Firmino has always been known, right, to have the highest stats for tackles among the front three. That is Cody Gakpo. Yeah. Okay. Does that answer your question?
I kind of like how you put it. So I'm gonna. By the way, guys, I think there's 10 of you or 11 of you who are watching us on Facebook. By the way, and if you are wondering why your comments are not coming up here, because I am not receiving your comments via Facebook if you haven't commenting. So if you would like, come to the YouTube side, and then you can find Step Up Spurs there and subscribe to the channel and put your comments down there. So then I'll be able to retrieve all your comments, because some of the Facebook comments are somehow for some reason are not coming up. I can see there are quite a lot of you who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, which is the exact opposite of what usually happens. But yeah, I was actually going to say one more thing. I particularly think that you guys are going to be one of, like what Eugene was saying, that the Spurs have not been tested against the forward line that's like really good. I think that today is going to be that test. Like some people were saying that Arsenal is that test. I never rate Arsenal's front line. Like Arsenal's front line is one of the most overrated front line. Like I never rate Arsenal's front line. One of the most overrated front line in the league is Arsenal's one, and I think they are just a very overrated team. By the way, I'm not gonna lie. I think anybody can agree Arsenal has the potential, but they are a very overrated team. Extremely overrated. Like the way they overrate. I know Declan Rice. By the way, I was gonna actually ask you this question, since I don't like Arsenal. I don't know if you like Arsenal or not. Don't you think that the Declan Rice price tag was a bit overhyped? 103 million, was it, or 5 million? He's not the player like he is. Maybe it's because he's the English national, and then he was just carrying West Ham as a mid-table team, and now he's coming at Arsenal. He's slightly getting tested there. I personally felt that he was overhyped, like he's some Steven Gerrard or what. Like let me know your thoughts.
Okay. I'll look at it this way in the economical terms. It all started because of. Should I put it? No, it's actually Chelsea. It's Chelsea. Oh, I wanted to say it's Manchester United, but actually it's Chelsea. Chelsea is the one. Okay, so Chelsea bought somebody, 100 million by the name of Enzo Fernandez. Yes. It all started then. Okay, but it also shows one thing. That is the trend of the football right now. They are all looking for the type of the type of midfielders that you can defend, that you can actually, do the ball possession and protect your possession, and most of all, beat the press. All the current midfielders, right? All the current midfielders like Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez, Moise Caicedo, and even Lavia. Okay, the reason why they are being priced so expensive, right? Because they are supposedly to be a holding midfielder. They are supposedly to play as number 6. they are supposedly to be able to sort of like defend the defenders. And most of all, the reason why they are being paid so highly is because they are very good in beating a press. Means that they can take the ball from the defenders and they can get out of the press by the midfield. That's why their price is so inflated. Okay, now whether is Declan Rice, how to say is really valued that way? I would say yes. I would say yes. It was all because of Chelsea. Chelsea inflated the price, so everyone else who is playing that role, right, their price is being inflated. You get what I mean? It's almost like this. Okay, now I eat this fried chicken. Okay, yeah, it tastes very very good. I tell everyone else this fried chicken is good. Now all of a sudden, everyone started to want to go buy a fried chicken. Okay, and suddenly the supply of fried chicken, sort of like dwindle. Dwindle because the demand is so high. You just cannot meet the supply. Okay, so what normal economy will actually happen is that, right, the seller will start to actually increase the price, make the queue, because your supply is actually dwindling and the demand is still like crazy high. And that's what happened with Declan Rice, because the mold for
Actually,
this type
given
of
that, I would say that we should try selling Bentancur in that case. I think he's that kind of player, I would say.
yeah.
If
Actually, it's
once
like
he is
the
fit.
best. Yeah, it's like really the best time to sell these type of players. Really sell these type of players. You make all your money you want, provided you don't need them. Provided you don't need them. But good clubs, or basically clubs that's trying to play a front foot, all need them. They want a midfielder, a holding midfielder that's able to beat the press. So which is why
Yeah, I mean,
Casemiro being yeah.
yeah, Casemiro was one. I think that season, Enzo, then Lavia was one. Bissouma went like one window before that, and then there were a couple of other midfielders as well, who just
No,
went off
the
like just like that.
the
So
gold
is by
standard
the way,
right
is
now.
Amrabat is Amrabat at Manchester United? Yeah, Amrabat is one of them.
Yes. So currently, right, the gold standard for this type of midfielder is Rodri. So if Declan Rice
Ah,
is 100 million, Casado is 111 million, Rodri will most likely fetch 200 million. Because of all this inflation. That's
yeah,
just
he
how good
is.
is Rodri. Yeah, that's how good is
Yeah,
Rodri.
yeah. I think in that terms, I think we were lucky that we bought Bissouma like at the time when these midfielders were not going really up, and now it's kind of paying us in a way that we didn't spend that much on
Yeah.
Bissouma. We only like spent like 35 million on Bissouma, and the steal I think for us definitely was James Maddison transfer. We only paid like 40 million total, and then 10 million in that was actually we sold off Harry Winks for that. So that was really a steal for us. I'm not
Yep.
gonna lie, like we offloaded Harry Winks, but Harry Winks was the kind of player who would always step up for us in this kind of games, like when we are playing Liverpool. But
Yep.
now I think one of the concerns that I have is that I don't think we have any players who can play the long balls really well, except Eric Dyer, who is not on the bench today. I think Eric Dyer plays the long balls, and I think when you need those kind of players, we don't have any. Like, but
Yep.
but let's see what the guys do. What are your score predictions for the day after looking at the lineup?
Actually, I'll go back to what Liverpool has always been doing. I think it's 1-3. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 3. That's how I look at it.
Tottenham 1, Liverpool 3. Okay, that's kind of like a bold prediction. Yeah, I would say it's going to be
Yeah,
a 2-2 draw. I think it will be a 2-2 draw. Looking at the lineup, if I think Sun would have been playing in the middle, I think we could have nicked the win. And then if we have Brendan Johnson, but Brendan Johnson is not fit, so I'll go for a 2-2 draw. And yeah, that's all from us today. I think it was a really great debut, by the way, Zalo. You really went in depth of a lot of how the understanding how the Liverpool team plays, and yeah, that's something that usually not get talked about in depth of Liverpool, because a lot of Liverpool YouTubers, they're kind of like frauds. I feel they are only the content creators. They don't know how to go into the analysis and the playing styles of the teams. And yeah, they definitely. I mean, I find a lot of Liverpool YouTubers very deluded to a certain extent. Uh,
so
yeah,
I didn't watch them. I mean, I read articles lah. So yeah, I see how they play. So this is just my perspective. Perspective. Yeah, this is just my perspective.
Yep, but great thoughts, great thoughts. I'm not gonna
Yep.
lie. I think everybody loved. I've got like 11 likes on Facebook right now. Usually people don't watch me on Facebook, but today I don't know somehow.
Okay.
Maybe all your friends are watching us on Facebook.
I'm not sure is it me or is it you. Either one of us is.
It's yeah. No, I got 11 likes and I got likes from all over the world. I got like people from Thailand, people from Korea. I don't know
Yep.
where all the likes came from. YouTube, not many, because usually
Okay. I'm not
my
sure is
viewers are
it you
usually
or
on YouTube.
me that is.
I think it's you.
How to
I
say?
think it's you. Definitely it's you.
It feels like it may be you.
It may be you, I think, today. I usually don't get that many viewers on Facebook. But anyways, guys, that's all for today. And the game is going to start in about 20 more minutes. And yep, I'm excited for the game. And hopefully, yep, the players do well. And let's see what's going on in the other Premier League games. I heard Arsenal were like stealing the win against Bournemouth. And then we have City, who
Yes.
lost, by the way. City
City
literally
lost.
lost. City lost to Wolves. That's City lost to
Yeah.
Wolves. Arsenal beat Bournemouth 4-0. United lost to Palace. So two of the Liverpool opponents lost today. I guess it's the day it's a good day for Liverpool fans. I guess two of their biggest opponents lost. Crystal Palace beat United. Wolves beat City, and then Arsenal won. By the way, they beat Bournemouth 4-0. Newcastle won against Burnley, and then Everton lost to Luton. So all the Liverpool rivals actually lost. So let's see. It's like a lucky day for Liverpool, I would say. Everton lost, Man United lost,
Yep.
Man City lost. Who else you need to? Who all the rivals of your area, basically, right? Because Manchester is nearby you. Everton is like Merseyside.
Yep. Okay, but I think yeah, but I think maybe Manchester United can be said in crisis. Can be said in crisis. Manchester United. So still
Manchester United
because
would be in crisis.
I
I
mean
think
the
they
last
would.
match, their
They might.
last Premier,
Sorry.
yeah, because I think the previous match, right, the previous PL match, the previous Premier League match, not their previous match against Crystal Palace, is I think against Burnley. If they were to lose that match, they will be in crisis. But now they continuously they are still losing in their Premier League match, and especially if I remember see again, they lost to Crystal Palace in Old Trafford. Oh my God,
Yes.
they actually lost
They lost at
lost to
home.
Crystal Palace in Old Trafford.
Yes,
Oh,
they lost at home.
this sucks, man.
In
This
fact,
is bad.
okay, City lost away. That's kind of understandable. City lost away. That's kind of understandable. Everton lost away also. I think that's like, yeah. Oh no,
No,
Everton lost
Everton
at
has
home, by the
always,
way, to Luton. That's
yeah,
that's a surprise as well.
yeah. No, Everton has always
Yeah,
been weird.
but
Uh, in fact, we from
yeah,
Liverpool will always say
Everton
that,
always is weird.
yeah, it's better for Everton to actually just get relegated so that they can do a reset. Serious, they should just
Yeah, I mean, actually, your rivals do so badly. Like I don't know why all the Spurs rivals are always like neck to neck. Like Chelsea has always been neck to neck with us, or they are ahead of us either at times, or it's Arsenal. They are either neck to neck with us. Like our rivals. I think there was a time when Arsenal was like finishing eighth and ninth and those kind of positions. But that time has
yeah.
gone. I think it gave them some time to reset, and I think now they are looking like fine. But I would not overrate them. I think they're just fine in a way. Like they are not really that good. They're just fine
Mm.
basically. But I think this season we can finish above Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. I think this season we can finish above Arsenal, and I'm gonna be clipped
There's a
by
chance.
some Arsenal YouTuber for this comment. We are gonna finish above Arsenal. I'm 110% sure that we're gonna be finishing above Arsenal. TJ Barron, there's one for you. You can clip it now. He's one of the Arsenal
I see.
YouTubers. He's gonna clip it and say that yeah, I said that. Okay, so by the way, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys do all your favorite thing. Hit the likes, hit the subscribes, and hit the notification bell as well. And if you're watching from the Facebook, I would request if you can head over to YouTube and find us at Step Up Spurs. I'm gonna put up the link in the chat as well. If you haven't already, if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you click on this link that I'm dropping in the Facebook chat as well. Make sure you guys click on the button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me. And if you're watching us from the Twitter as well, by the way, you can follow us there as well, and make sure you get in touch with me if you like to come on the streams and all that, do all that good stuff. And yeah, that's all from me today. I'll be back next week. Next week, who are we playing? Let me just check. Next week we are playing Luton away. So that's Luton away. So that's a Saturday 7:30 game. So I'll do probably a Thursday night stream probably. Yeah. So that's all from me today, guys. See you all next time. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Okay.
And leave you
See
out.
you.